Hey guys, it's Jen over at worldofjencraft.com, and this is today's card. I decided to change up a little bit with stamp sets that I'm using, and I have kind of been talking a little bit about what types of cards people are looking to make. And in the conversations that I've been having lately, a lot of people are looking for sympathy cards. So unfortunately, that's something that a lot of us need, or all of us need at some point. And they say it's just kind of nice to have them already made at home, because most of the time we don't know exactly when we're going to need it, and it's always nice to have one available instead of having to go to the store and buying one. So I thought I would change it up and do something, and this is praying for you, and it could be for sympathy, it could be for a get well, it could be pretty much for anything. So anyways, this is the card. So let's get to the supplies, and I will show you how I put it together. I did use the Iridescent Sequin assortment. I'm really liking this. Super cute set. And I did bring back the Lemon Lime Twist finely woven ribbon. I just absolutely love this stuff. The stamp set that I used is an oldie but goodie. New to me, but oldie but goodie to a lot of people who've been around Stampin' Up. So I used this. There are two that come in the set. So this is the side that I used, this really beautiful tree. And I used the layering ovals framelets, the pine wood planks embossing folder, the fine tip glue pens for when I glue down my sequins on here. The ink pads that I used are Night of Navy, Lemon Lime Twist, and Soft Sky. I really love this color combination together. It's very soothing in this card. And then you will need some sort of sponges. I just took a round sponge and put it into quarters. So for paper, there really isn't a whole lot going on in this card paper-wise. I just stuck with solid cardstock because I felt like the tree itself and the scene just kind of needed something simple that didn't take away from the image and the sentiment. So I use Lemon Lime Twist cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, and then a 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Night of Navy is a 3 by 4. Whisper White is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and a 2 5/8 by 3 5/8 oval. So let's get started with the background first, and this is not something new to us. I have done this a few times, but when I set out to do this, I really felt like I wanted this type of background for this. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sponging on here, and I'll fast forward once I get going on it. So I started off with the Lemon Lime Twist for my ground of the image. And I start off on the outer edge, and I just kind of bring it up into the bottom part here. And it's kind of up to you how far up you want to go, or how dark you want to go with the Lemon Lime Twist. So I'm not going to do a whole lot in here. Next, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to leave it at that. I just kind of want a soft bottom part to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Soft Sky. And I'm going to do as I did on this one. I'm going to come off on the outer part first, and I'm going to work my way all the way down into this Lemon Lime Twist because I want it all to blend together. And again, it may look a little splotchy at first, but it does soak down into the cardstock, and so you don't really see that. And it kind of gives a little bit of interest anyways into the sky. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'll fast forward through the rest of it. So that is it. That's all it took here. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy and stamp my tree, and it just fits perfectly within the largest oval that is in the layering ovals framelets. So that is just going to, let me try and see, maybe I'll bring it down just a bit so I don't stick my head in it. So I'm just going to kind of right here perfect. Woo, perfect, absolutely perfect. I'm extremely happy with that. And then we're gonna put the Praying for You in there. Make sure that I get it right. And again, I'm just gonna bring it down here for a minute so I can hopefully get this straight within here. Oh, wonderful. Okay, whoop, whoop. It didn't turn out that perfect the first time I did it, so that's a good thing. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is, using my fine tip glue pen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my sequins on. This is a little bit time consuming, but I did find that, first of all, when you put your fine tip glue, if this is the glue that you use, you want to put just a little bit out onto just the surface or something, because the one time that I did it, well, the first time, it kind of glopped out on me. So I just kind of make sure I have a nice little stream running here. And then you're just going to put these in just kind of random little places. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of dip the little tip of my tweezers here, and that is going to help me pick up my sequins. I found that out after kind of struggling with them to try to get it on. So I'm going to go ahead and place all of my sequins on here. I just think they add such a pretty little touch to it, just kind of something small and simple. I used the smallest sequin that is in here. Okay, so I wanted to show you quick. Aren't those really pretty up in there? I just absolutely love the way that turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside. I'm gonna try and brush my sequins across here, 'cause you guys don't wanna see me cleaning all of those up. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my Big Shot, and we are going to emboss this. And I want my planks to be going up and down for this particular card, because everything else was going, felt like everything was going this way. So I wanted to bring my planks in going up and down, just to give it a little bit more, I guess, interest. So not everything was going horizontal. So that's just gonna come here quick. And I'm gonna set this down. Now for my machine, I did find, for some reason, I needed a little bit of a shim with this this time. So I just felt it helped me give a little bit more of definition in this. So then this is what we will come up with. And on this card, I did use the piece that was where the embossing was going up instead of down like that. So I used this side because it had a little bit more detail to it. And that is just gonna go ahead and get stuck onto, no, it's not. All right, so we are going to put the Night of Navy onto our Lemon Lime Twist. And I gave it just 1/8 of an inch because it felt like doing 1/4 of an inch was a little bit too much. So we just kind of want a little tiny peak of our cardstock coming out. And then I set that, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so from the left-hand side, keeping it even from top to bottom. And then I'm gonna bring in our Lemon Lime Twist ribbon. This stuff is so beautiful and is absolutely perfect to work with. Although I have not tied a bow yet with this, I have just knotted it, but I'm sure the bows are absolutely beautiful with it. All right, so that's just gonna go centered over our blue and our green. And then now we're going to stick our, if I can get some of the sequins off this. I guess that's the bad part about putting them on the table, is now they're all over the place. I guess it's not as bad as glitter, huh? So let's, oops, getting a little anxious and carried away to get this on. Okay, so that is going to go, whew, I kind of bent that up a little bit. Hopefully you won't notice it once we put it down. So it's just gonna go here. And like I said, I kept it about 1/8 of an inch. And our card is going to be scored and folded at the 4.5. And because of the embossing, it's not gonna lay perfectly down and even on here. So I kind of had to get over that notion the first time I put it together, because the embossing kind of, I don't know if it just lengthens it a little as it squishes it or what it does, but so that's that. And then this should be almost dry by now. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw this on, and I'm gonna throw on some Stampin' Dimensionals onto the back. All right, and then I'm going to just throw this here in the center of our Night of Navy. Maybe. I'm gonna try and at least get it centered, huh? Okay, so the last thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna snip off some of our ribbon and just tie a little knot. Hopefully I didn't snip off too little. So that'll just get tied in here. And this edge might come up a little bit, but you just stick it back down. So, and I kind of cut it a little bit shorter. Hopefully I can get my edges even, or my little ribbon ends. So that'll go, let's try about here. Yeah, I don't know why I can never get that even the first try. Okay, so that's it. That is our card. I think it turned out really beautiful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, I really do. And if you would like, there will be dimensions and a supply list on my website that you can download and print out if you would like. worldofgencraft.com. Come visit me. Talk to you later. Bye.